But today we are going to share 12 things that you're going to want to know
12?
before you move to Oregon. Yes.
That's a lot.
And this is, well, it sounds like a lot, but we're kind of just going to zoom through them. We'll just read off the list and then go through. And this is according to an article from smartasset.com. And we're just going to let you know our thoughts on each thing. And, you know, if we think that it's true or not from two people who live here, sell real estate here, and work with a lot of clients who are moving here from all over. So before we get into it, if that's you, if you're someone who's watching our video and is thinking about relocating to Oregon from anywhere, we'd love to work with you. We get calls, texts, and emails from people like you who are moving to our area all the time, and we love it. So I'll put our contact information down in the description.
Absolutely.
All right.
I love those phone calls, though. Seriously.
It's so much fun. I love it, too.
I just love it.
Love getting to meet and talk to people from all over and help them just find the right area here. I mean, obviously it's something we're passionate about and we love living here. Mm-hmm. So we hope that people moving here will love it too.
So if that is a service, though, a real service that you guys want to call and just ask, hey, what it's like to move into your surrounding area. Maybe it's not Salem, but it's somewhere in Oregon. Yes. I can guarantee you I can connect you with somebody or I can personally find the right answers for you. Because we are in the people's industry. I love real estate because of the service that I get to provide for people. And that is just one of our top priorities that we run through our business, Vettrus Crawford Realty, supported through Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate Professionals.
Yes. Also, for another thing real quick, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Mariah.
And I'm Spencer.
Yes, that's my husband, Spencer. We're a husband and wife real estate team. So now you know. Now you know. Okay. Thing number one that you need to know before you move to Oregon is it's not all Portland.
That's so true.
That's true. You know, anytime I feel like whenever I travel,
I love Portland,
and I tell people, I know it's fun to go there. But whenever I travel and I tell people I'm from Oregon, usually they only know of Portland. They don't really know of anything else, but it's just, I don't want to say it's one small area because it's like the biggest area in, well, not area, but town, I guess you could say, but it's one small spot compared to the whole state. And there's so much else that is so different in Oregon. It's not all, I know that's what everyone thinks of, but there's a lot of different places out there besides just Portland. So
yeah, and it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing about Portland because of what's been shown in the media over the last like 2.5, 3 years now with the rioting and stuff. That's kind of undeniable. That stuff did happen. And the city is rebuilding from my perspective. When I've driven, I was just there last month. There's all types of venues and events, concerts, those type of things. So that is the one cool thing as to why I go to Portland. They also have really good food. So
Shopping.
every time we go to the events, we hit dinner or lunch, whatever's before. Yeah. So there's like this outing about Portland for us because we don't live there. Yeah. So it is nice to kind of be in and then get out. And Portland's separated into so many districts, I feel like.
So many different sides of town. Yeah. And you're going to get
different
a little bit different of something on each side of town. And it's a very like, I think I read on somewhere it was saying that they're known as like one of the top cities to raise a family in because they're like super kid friendly and they have a lot of stuff to do for kids, like great parks and all that stuff. But
you can bike everywhere.
Yes, that too, very bike friendly, which we'll get into that. Okay.
Electric scooters, electric bikes are everywhere now. Yes. It's pretty fun.
Number 2 is you'll probably get a lot of use. Oh, there we go. Out of a bike, like you just said. In more developed parts of the state, it's easy to get use out of a bicycle, and the state has high levels of bike commuting. So this is something that as an Oregonian who's lived here my whole life, I've never really thought of like us as that bike friendly, but we technically are. We have a lot of really great, even in Salem itself, there's a lot, our roads are very biker friendly. And if you just compare it to other places, it's true.
There's more opportunity for the bike route as well, is what I like to say. Like you do a GPS, they have the bike option.
Oh, yeah, true.
There's all types of bike trails as well that I was really unaware of. When I started to talk with friends that actually bike, it's kind of fun to see what's actually local and around me, that they can just load up their bike at the back of their car and bam, they're on the trails, you know. But there really are nice bike routes, like on paved roads. We're not talking dirt, gravel. Yeah. This is bike real lanes. Paved roads. There's bike lanes. The safety is one of those things where I've just gotten to see it get more and more better, especially when you talk about college towns. Yeah. Oregon State. I went there for, a little while. Oregon University. They got excellent bike lanes. Portland, I don't think you can find a better city with bike paths.
True.
And then I believe there's dedicated bridges for bikes and walking.
Or scooters or segways or whatever you want to ride. You can choose your transportation. Yeah. Yes.
So I think they've really done a decent job, though, for you to feel like, hey, I can transport to multiple areas of the city, but also get back to my home if I'm a little outside of the city too.
Yeah, no, that's really true. Okay, number 3 is food grows well in Oregon. Because of this, we have extensive farmland here, and because of this, we have a lot of local farmers markets and roadside farm stands, that kind of thing.
I love that.
That's true. We do have that. I mean, we kind of see it all over. It's another thing I'm just used to that I don't really realize a lot of other places aren't blessed to have that the way that we do here, and so
our soil's
I'm
awesome.
Grateful. Yes,
our soil is really, really good.
Number 4, this is something I don't really know much about, but it says Oregon theater is world class.
Well, we'll think about it.
The Shakespeare Festival.
Yeah, we go up there though. We used to, at least every December. We would go see a theater or play of some sort in Portland.
Yes,
and
yes.
I mean, dude, that's to me. I never grew up going to anything like that, and so she introduced me to stuff like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like you really sit there in the audience, and I can only revert it back to when TVs weren't around. Theatrics was the way to go for entertainment. And I thought it was just super, super cool and natural. And you do have, I believe, world class.
We have great, great options for, I mean, I've seen a lot of really, really great like Broadway type production plays in Portland, and then also like the Nutcracker, the ballet, like all of that stuff. So yes, we do have really great, Oregon theater, yes. Number 5, state parks and national parks in Oregon are worth seeing. We have some super beautiful state parks. Just to name a few, if you haven't seen these, look them up. If you're not sure what they are, you'll definitely, I would say there were
slow though, in case they're writing them down right.
Yes. Okay. Well, the first one is Crater Lake, Painted Hills, and Smith Rock. So those are just 3 that I've been to. I want to say those are like the only like state parks I've actually even been to in Oregon. I know there's so many more, but I'm just not like when I travel, I don't usually go to state parks. It's not like they're beautiful to see, but it's just not something I've really done a lot of. And so I know I'm missing out even because I've seen like people going to other places. I know there's a lot more out there, but those are just 3. Look those up and you'll probably want to go check them out because they're beautiful. But cool. Yes.
I could not deny that. If you are traveling here to Oregon, do some type of map. Yeah. And do a park a day or something, and you'll get to see the natural beauty, whether it's a waterfall, whether it's a lakefront, whether it's a mountain, or whether it's the sand dunes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big sand rider. All the dunes is protected with the state parks. All of our lakes, for the most part, are protected by state parks. You have campgrounds surrounding all of these areas that are protected. Snow, Hoodoo, all these Mount Hood, all these things are protected, and that is paid for through our tax dollars, yes, but it's a beautiful, beautiful resource for us to have as Oregonians.
Yes. That's the nice thing about Oregon too. I mean, even like the Salem location specifically, there's a lot of places that are really beautiful day trips or even, one night trips, whatever it is, that you're wanting to do that are like really quick and easy. Yeah. A lot of easy road trips to do from here. Anyway. Okay, the next thing to know, number 6, is health, education, Nike, and tech reign in the Oregon economy. The big Oregon employers with the most name recognition are Intel and Nike, but health services and education are also big employers here too. But if you'd rather work for a startup, Portland and the whole area actually is a startup hub. So that's true.
I couldn't deny that one.
That's true.
Not really the field that I'm much involved with.
Right. But it's true from seeing.
I hear it.
Yep.
And the Nike factory store.
Yeah.
All those awesome outlets, places to go get some cool merch.
Yes.
They are here.
Yes. Number 7, Oregon boasts impressive gardens. To name a couple, there's the Oregon famous Rose Test Garden. Did I write that out right?
I would just Google the Oregon Garden. It's in Silverton, Oregon.
As well as the Chinese garden and the Japanese gardens are in Portland too, and those are beautiful. But yes, like
I've
you were
never
saying.
been to those ones, but the Oregon Garden in Silverton, Oregon. If you're talking about gardens, flower, nature, that type of beauty, I'd say that is probably the best outfit to go to. Most of the schools, locally especially, always have a field trip to bring all the students to walk around and learn about plant life and those type of things. So that's my connection to the Oregon Garden.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And then, of course, like in the wintertime, they do a big Christmas light thing there, and that's really fun to see.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8. We were just talking about this. Housing prices are high.
I mean, they are high, but
They're
I'm curious
high
what
everywhere.
we rank out of the nation.
Yes.
That is probably a stat that we should come back to.
I think everyone, okay, if you talk to someone, like I talk to realtors all over, and like, for example, talking to a realtor in Florida, where for the most part our prices are going to be higher than they're telling me their prices are high. Everyone's prices seem crazy high because of the insane inflation we've had. But yes, Oregon is higher than a lot of other places, but it really all depends on where you're coming from.
I believe
so.
That too.
We hear both ways because we work with, like I said, we work with clients from all over, and so we'll work with clients from Texas who can not get as much for their money here as they can there, but they're just glad to live in Oregon because of the many beautiful things about Oregon. And then you'll work with clients who are moving from California, and they're so excited that they can buy a house with a yard, and they could never afford that there because prices are so much higher. So it just depends where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, next is 10. Oregonians love coffee. Roasting coffee and brewing beer is popular in many towns in Oregon. That's true.
Bring on the beer.
That's true. Bring on the coffee.
Haruga.
Coffee right here. This is actually from, I'm drinking, I made this at home. It's decaf coffee from Sisters Coffee Company, which is, they have a great roast, and they're out of Sisters, Oregon.
Yeah. So like that, Oregon, for instance, like you can go to a town, enjoy a coffee brew that you really like. They only make it there. You better buy it and bring it home. Yeah. And that's the cool thing. Like you can get the unique packages. It's not mass produced. Yeah. They run out. You know, it's not something you can go find in a normal store. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. But we talked about the brew. I mean, I've never really went out and done the whole brewing thing. I have met people that do all the tasting. They order a boat, and they try like 6 different beers. And I mean, I could see the joy, the fun in that, because there are some really cool things out there, and I've just never been a part of that market, I guess.
But there are a lot of breweries. I mean, all over Oregon, Salem itself, Portland, Bend, and then all the surrounding areas. Yes.
You're going to have a lot of draft options.
Eugene. Can't forget Eugene. Okay. So the number 11, we're almost to the last one. There is no state sales tax. Yep. That's true. There's no state sales tax. Also, I feel like I should add, because this one isn't on the list, we don't pump our own gas, which I think is amazing, because how annoying.
I don't like pumping gas.
Living somewhere where it rains too, like who really wants to get out of their car in the rain and pump their gas? Like that just, maybe because I'm not used to it because I don't have to do it. So it sounds like a big deal. I'm sure if you do it all the time, it's no big deal, but
I'd look
it sounds
at
like
the
a hassle.
Convenience side. I get to sit in my car.
Yes. I love sitting.
Say I'm wearing a nice suit that day. I don't have to worry about something getting on my suit, or, you know, maybe that's selfish of me.
First world problems over here.
I know, right? Yeah. But it's true.
It's true.
You get gas smell on your hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Come to Oregon. You don't have to pump your own gas.
Yes. It's a blessing. I should appreciate that more, because I forget that it's not like that everywhere. Okay. Number 12. Oregon is wine country. If you're a wine lover, you'll enjoy taking a trip through Oregon's vineyards and wine towns. Yes, there are different vineyards throughout Oregon. In Salem itself, we have a handful of beautiful, amazing vineyards, great views right here in Salem. And then just outside of Salem, there's some. And then you could go over to wine country, hit up like the Newburgh area, McMinnville, Dundee, all those towns. You're going to find like so many beautiful wineries, like so many. Yes, you're definitely worth doing like a wine tour thing if you're into that kind of thing. I just like it for the views. I just like seeing the different views at the wineries, because we have some really beautiful views at a lot of the wineries. They tend to be more up
high. Yes. Because they're always like in a hillside. You see the vines that the wine you're drinking on is grown from. Yeah. It's just one of those experiences where you kind of like realize, wow, this was actually made right here.
Yeah.
And sometimes, often or not, they have tours.
Oh, yeah.
So you can actually see how it's made and the origin. And sometimes, I mean, it could be an historical building or family, and they give you a quick tour of the property.
Yeah, just something to do. All right, well, that is it. If you watch this video all the way through, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we do come on here every week and make videos talking all about real estate and our area. And we'll see you guys next time.